Hello everyone, Tropical Central here. Welcome back to another video. And today I am going over an updated map for my house predictions. If you guys like this video and want to press a thumbs up, please do so. Please subscribe down below as well so I can keep growing my channel. Since I had a great year last year, I want to continue that momentum into this year. So if you please subscribe down below, that would be deeply appreciated. And leave a like if you are enjoying my new long-based predictions, long video format predictions. So anyway, let's now get into the predictions. We start off with I have 190 Republican safe districts, 183 safe Dem districts. So let's get now into the 62 races I have yet to classify. So let's get started. So let's start off here in Maine. Jared Golden is still expected to run for statewide office. So right now, lean Republican. All right, let's go to New England. Let's start with Connecticut. That's likely Democratic. Swing district the last two cycles, but with the midterms being projected to be a Democratic type year, I don't see it getting close to flipping. So let's move on now to the New York seats. The 19th, lean Democratic. Again, very close a year ago, but I don't see it flipping in getting in this environment. New York 17, I also have it staying. That's New York 18. I have it staying likely Republican. Again, Pat Ryan, one of the best campaigners for the Democrats. Um, he outperformed a lot last year, so he'll probably hold on by a bit. And then now the 17th, Mike Lawler seat. He's expected to run for state office, so that'll start off as a flip for the Democrats. Down here, these two Long Island districts, both lean R. We need because Democrats hold them, but again, New York has shifted, especially in Long Island, more to the right. So never count on Republicans down there in Long Island. All right, New Jersey and Pennsylvania. These two will start off at tilt R, but I do expect them to be very close. All right, lean R here in the 7th district of New Jersey. Trump won that by a decent amount last year. Tom Kaine won it by a decent amount in his race. So I expect him to hold on narrowly, but it's lean R for right now. All right. Pennsylvania, 1. Likely Republican. It has to be a blue tsunami at this point to take out Brian Fitzpatrick. He's in a blue wave for 8 years ago. In a blue wave, he didn't lose. So he definitely probably holds on. Over here, Scott Perry's district. I actually have a tilt Democrat. Here's the reason. Scott Perry has gotten close to losing several times. He underperformed each cycle, underperformed most of the Republicans in each cycle. And in 2020, in the Democratic win year, Biden won. He underperformed. He did 5 points. But when Trump won the state in his district, he almost lost. So Scott Perry, it's finally the time for probably the year Democrats finally knock him out. All right, over here in Pennsylvania, 17th, likely Democrat. I think the window right now is closed for that district flipping. But I mean, Republicans will continue to target it, and it will continue to be somewhat competitive. So that is that'll be a competitive race for the Republicans, but Democrats are very likely to hold it. All right, let's go over to Ohio. which is getting redistricted, but I think it will be somewhat the same type of partisan leans. So in that case, Captor probably retiring, or they'll make that seat too red, so she'll probably lose either way, or that seat's flipping, and definitely flipping if she retires. Only not for right now. And then the 13th, Trump, by like a couple hundred votes, lost that district. In the blue year, I see Sykes holding on there. In Virginia, Vindman, terrible uh, campaigner. He almost sold there when he was pretty favored in that district. He a lean div for right now. And then Virginia 2, Trump won the district, so I expected to start out as a lean R for right now, like I did in my first prediction for Virginia 2 years ago. She'll probably hold on there. All right, up here in Michigan, Till R in these two seats. John James probably might retire to run for another state office, so that's the reason why I have a Till R for right now. And then in Virginia 8, as not Virginia, Michigan 7, Till R for right now because again, very swingy district, and with a Democratic leaning year coming up, it's probably going to be the most competitive, one of the most competitive races in the country. So Michigan 8, lean Democratic. Uh, McDonald Levitt won it pretty solidly there for 2 years. Last in November, she'll probably start out as a pretty good favorite. Lean D though, very competitive district. All right, Indiana 1, likely D. Again, if it's the year that it might be, he probably doesn't lose. But again, Republicans will target it, so can't rule anything out. Down here, Georgia, North Carolina 1, lean Democratic. I think Trump almost barely lost the seat. This seat is going to be very competitive and lean D for right now because of the year. All right, Georgia 2, likely D. I'm sorry. I forgot to, and in Nancy Mace's district, likely R. Uh, just because of how much Nancy Mace has caused a stir, and that her district is more competitive than any of the Marjorie Taylor Greens or Boeberts. Actually, Boebert might be in a similar situation as Mace. They might Democrat in the year. Democrats might get a good guy and probably make it a race of her life. But again, she probably won't lose. Down here in Florida, solid red state now. All right. So Trump carried this district, but still votes Democrat pretty solidly down on the state level. Rick Scott lost that district. Uh, DeSantis barely won it. DeSantis won this likely due to the year in the incumbent. 23rd, I got it likely D because of the year. Any other year, even in a mirage, blue mirage, Democrats still take the House. So I say that it is per likely D for right now. And then likely R for the 13th of Florida. APL, she's a very controversial, kind of controversial figure there in the House. Type of year it could be. She might have another competitive race. She underperformed Trump by quite a. I don't know how much she underperformed Trump by, but she did underperform Trump. So might have another competitive race for her, but nothing that probably won't be anything too serious. She'll probably survive another year. All right, let's go to Louisiana. Right now, I have it as likely R because D, likely Democratic, because I don't know if they're going to keep the current lines. If they don't, then Republicans might immediately get this back. I have no idea where it's gonna happen with the courts and the maps, but right now, that's where I'm putting it. Over here in Texas, Tilt D for these two districts, Trump won, and then likely Republican there. Trump won all those districts actually pretty convincingly. So those three are going to be very competitive. Dems need to spend a lot of money, and those two Dem districts, Dems need to probably spend a lot there. Outside of the capture and golden seats, those are pretty much the front lines for the Democrats. All right, let's now go up to the Midwest again. Minnesota, Angie Craig might run for state office. Leaning Democratic just because of it goes from just outside Minneapolis down to the rural areas. Going to be competitive if she retires and runs for a higher office. So lean Democratic for right now. All right here in Iowa, lean Democratic for the Marionette Miller Meeks district. Likely Democrat in the Henson district, and lean Republican here in the Zach Nunn district. I have lean Democratic for the Miller Meeks district because of the close races he's had in pretty good years. When now pretty good Trump years, he's won in Iowa. He almost lost both. Like her two like in the three Republican favored, somewhat favored years in Iowa, she narrowly lost, almost lost in two of them. She could be done for. She might be one of the most endangered Republicans there. Like, it's not even funny at this point. Over to Don Bacon and Mike Waller in the Utah district, which we'll talk about soon. She might be done for. All right, let's go to the Wisconsin districts right quick. We are like we are. Just because of the environment and how close Wisconsin is, that's what my ratings are right now. All right, Illinois 17, likely D. Sorensen outperformed Harris there, and with the environment, I don't see it being that competitive this year. Same here with the Gabe Vasquez seat. Yeah, I think he has a pretty decent chance of re-election. Actually, I'll put it in lean just because of how very close it is and the PVI. All right, Colorado, and then I'll go over to Nebraska. Melbourne seat, like we are. Even in this new seat, if Melbourne would not have switched, she would have lost to Adam Frisch. So, in a potential blue year, she could again have another 2022 type scare in this her new red district. And then in Colorado 8, Gabe Evans, Tilt Democratic. It is a It's PVI is even in that seat. It's like dead even, but in those lean Ripple years, those are the type of seats that flip. So Tilt D for right now, but again, we'll see what happens. We still got a long way to go in this cycle. And then Nebraska 2, my other Republican held lean D seat. Again, Bacon, one of the only incumbents still there that was in a Kamala Harris district. He basically is gone, or if it's even a ripple. Like him and Marinette Miller Meeks are probably the two districts that Democrats will target a lot. All right, now over to Utah. Lindy, just because of the maps that is going to be put in place is probably going to favor Democrats. So lean D for right now. Again, I'll change it once the actual maps come out. But right now, lighting stays at lean D for that district. All right, Arizona, the Crane district, likely Republican. Crane might have another talent, a competitive race due to the year, but it shouldn't be too difficult for him. All right, Arizona 1, Schweikert, Tilty, and same here in Arizona 6. If Kamala wins that one Arizona, those two probably, Sis Kalmani and Schweikert, they probably would have lost if Harris won this state. Even if it was closer, if Harris even performs closer than what she had, then they probably could have lost. Lean D's for both, tilt D's for both, tilt Democratic for both of them. So right now we're at 211 Democrats, and we have not even gotten to California yet. The Montana seat, tilt, likely Republican. It's still going to be somewhat competitive, even though Republicans are good in Montana. It's still going to be somewhat competitive because of um, how many cities, Democratic cities, are in that district. We have, I think we have all the Democratic strongholds in the state of Montana in that district. So it'll be competitive somewhat for the most of this decade, but Republicans will always be the favorite here. All right, let's go now to Nevada. Likely D for them all. The year probably won't favor the Republicans at all here, since those Democrats did pretty solid when Trump won Nevada which a Republican hasn't once done since 2004. All right, now let's get over to Washington and Oregon before we get to in Alaska before we get to California. Oregon 5th, lean Democratic. Again, the year, and the incumbent is a Democrat, so that's probably going to be a hold, but it's going to be competitive. Washington 3. Uh, Trump won it by 6, I believe. So still going to be pretty. So it's going to be very, very tough for MGP to hold that seat. But again, the year she will probably hold on, but it's going to be very close either way. So tilt Democratic for right now. Then California, this seat right here, likely Republican. Oh, Alaska, lean Republican again. Totola might run again, so don't rule anything out at this point. This seat right here, the Young Kim seat, lean Republican, tilt Republican, and the Ken Calver seat, and then the rest, likely Democrat, lean Democrat, likely Democrat, lean Democrat there, likely Democrat, lean Democrat, and then lean Republican. The reason for my ratings there in those seats is because we don't know what the fuck will happen in California. And like 8 years ago, California, we had seats in California that were pretty red flip. Like we cannot predict anything that could happen in California. So where all incumbents win. Like it's going to be very, very close in California. So there's my new ratings. 221 Democrats, 214 Republicans. If you like this video, please leave me a thumbs up. If you like this new long stage format of my prediction videos, I have some projects coming up as well that you guys will probably like. So, I'll see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.